Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. We are doing Fountain of Dreams, the Florida mod. We're going to do another one because we're already here. The mod works for it. It's great. It's amazing. I like a lot of the stuff I was able to do for Van Buren last time. Now we're going to do St. Petersburg Crusaders. St. Nicholas is their ruler. Ruler 1. Hospitaller Knight Order. Pretty cool. St. Nicholas brought up in the worst of times, where crime and violence ran rampant and the people suffering day to day. Eventually, he would come to find out a person named Santa Claus, which would help him in his journey to find himself. The now St. Nicholas found his way to St. Petersburg, a city filled with warring factions, those of which he would unite under one banner after many years of taking matters into his own hands. Now the people of St. Petersburg look up to the Great Father above, led by their faith and scripture St. Nicholas has taught them. Currently, St. Nicholas plans to build a great cathedral and to change Florida for the better. So they have St. Petersburg Hospitallers. Says, they were knights and doctors. Now let me fix that leg, damn it. No? This power armor doesn't prohibit my ability to fix your leg, and I will. So support equipment, production cost is negative 10%. Special forces minimum capacity is raised. So we get a lot of power armor. Probably lower quality than the Brotherhood or Van Buren would have, but still pretty good. And these three are that we're going to show up probably in our first focus tree item. So select it. We're in this little tiny area of where St. Petersburg is, next to the Veto family and the communities of Spring Hill, which I'm probably going to do next because that sounds interesting. Hope you're all well today. Please like and subscribe. I hope you guys liked the last campaign. It was really short, but got the point across. I have been told that there is a update to East Coast Rising coming at the end of the month, and I will probably be doing that next after a few of these. So, history of St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg was always divided, fighting for the scraps of the wasteland. The faithful were few, the mighty were many, and then he came. Get event St. Nicholas arrival. All right, let's figure out research. You know what we're going to do. We're going to do production. We're going to do work as needed, because I think we're going to need manpower. Woodworking. How's our manpower? Oh, we could probably use organized agriculture, like usual. And then we'll get some civilian buildings going. We could do one. What are we making? We're making strip power armor and pipe guns.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Nicholas followers, so we got 4 of them. That's our army so far. St. Nicholas, he commands them. He's not a marshal. He's just a... And they are veterans. Alright, let's proceed. What kind of decisions do we have? The normal there. Restore a ruined city. Urban development. Okay, that's cool. No, nothing in particular to watch out for. St. Nicholas arrival. Thousands live in St. Petersburg, each of them trying to survive in their own way. Some peddled drugs, others fought for dominance. Yet, most simply put their heads down to survive in the remnants of a blown-out city. This wasn't unique to St. Petersburg, nor was it the arrival of a man who changed everything simply because he possessed a spark that average men or women lacked. With the 357 Magnum in hand, he put down the slavers. With a warm smile, he united downtrodden. With unparalleled fervor, he forged St. Petersburg into a true city. But they lacked focus. How did this leader channel his new following? He turned swords into plows, or he prepared his people for the battles to come. You always first turn swords into plows, so you can actually make the swords later. Story of the Cathedral. When St. Petersburg denizens were united, they needed a purpose, something to give them reason to do more than simply survive. The Cathedral was that purpose. Oh, damn it. Okay, I guess we'll just up our infrastructure. Maybe we'll up our fortresses and fortifications so we could bleed anyone that tries to attack us. Reviving the faith. He was placed in charge of people who once killed each other, and though their enemies were many, the Veto family of supermutants being a prime example, they were being left to stew in their own squalor. United but without purpose, St. Nicholas gave them the purpose through an old church, whose tomes had somehow survived the bombs. Though he himself was an ardent believer in the Lord above, these bastions of knowledge gave his people the chance to learn, the chance to believe of their own volition. It did not take long before their ardent belief in this faith, spreading knowledge learned to their children and friends, and before long they sought to create a monument to their belief. St. Nicholas encouraged it, for he saw belief in a way to finally unite the people of St. Petersburg into one true purpose. Sadly, it will take many years before the cathedral is finished. But it was a start. We get 10% monthly population. We get 10% stability. Our surrender limit is increased by 10%. But we lost 0.05 political power each day. I'll happily give that up for that kind of up. Knight Order's founding. The mighty did not vanish. They were simply redirected. For St. Nicholas found books detailing great Crusaders, knights, that would protect and fight in the name of the Lord, no matter how far they needed tread. He has sworn to valor. Founding of the Order Hospitallers. Great knights that fought wars in the name of their Lord, for a holy land that was assuredly not holy, at least not for countless atrocities the books documented. St. Nicholas hoped that whatever knights he raised up, that they would be better than the knights that came before. And then he read of the Knight Hospitallers, great warriors who were doctors, healers in trade. They only took up arms in desperate circumstances to protect the innocent, and were children of the waste not innocent. And were the children of the waste not innocent? Was the war-torn wasteland where mutated subjugated men and beasts hunted men freely, was that not a desperate situation incarnate? Mind made up, he ordered the warriors who had joined him in his quest to create the order, and it was no surprise to him or his allies that many a former raider and lawmaker had joined the Knights Hospitallers of St. Petersburg. The free power more likely had something to do with it. They would make the world a safer place. And a better place. Entering the Florida stage. St. Petersburg took time, decades really, to form into a nation. St. Nicholas came to this land a young man, but he wanted to leave the world a better place than he found it, a safer place. And that's Veto's, the Veto family next to him. Tampa Bay is not a safe place. If St. Nicholas hadn't arrived to St. Petersburg, another family may rule it, but as it stands, the DeSoto, and the Veto family are perilous neighbors. Our only saving grace is our neighbors to the north, the Spring Hill communities. Thankfully, the soldiers and knights of St. Petersburg are prepared to beat back the wild hordes. In the name of the Lord and community they serve, the raiders and the mutants will not be allowed to triumph. Des Volt! Let our warriors go forth. So, Continuing cathedral construction. What gives me free factories? Wow. That one's good. Free weekly manpower, 50. Okay, does it add these each time? Because that's worth it. Probably get the population first, then reinforce it. Continuing cathedral construction. Cathedral is not yet finished. We need to continue construction. Though its frame and walls are complete, there's still much we can do. Replace skeletal cathedral with walls, finished walls, which adds monthly population. Where is it? Can't wait to see this.
What's up?
Okay, so we got Nicholas's companions. What do they got? Strip power armor and pipe guns. Once we have a base, we'll start updating our weapons. Organized agriculture. Okay, we need resources. All right, next. Probably good to do sponsored labors because that gets us an extra 10%. There were citizens of St. Petersburg capable of working, but lacking opportunities. Though it will distract them from the war machine, the cathedral will hire them on as workers to help in construction, which both the cathedral and other state-sponsored projects. So, just 10% more in that. Once we get to 100, we'll start updating our advisors. We get war support, and then I don't want to do this yet. Soup kitchen. We could add more to the cathedral. A large soup kitchen to help our less fortunate. Couldn't hurt. Thanks to our proximity to the sea, it's not as though we would be lacking for food. Yeah, that's a simple thought about it. Roasted mirelurk. Boiled mirelurk. Mirelurk soup. Those crazy dolphins you see in Fallout 4. Okay, so now we have Cathedral Soup Kitchen, which is plus 50. Which is really awesome. We should do... That's 60 days, and then we can move on to that. Okay, let's do that. An orphanage. Some of the less fortunate children of St. Petersburg lost their fathers and mothers to the wasteland. We will expand the cathedral so that those unfortunate souls need not go hungry in the night. We get plus 50 manpower, plus 5% our monthly population, and then plus 5% stability. Alright, that's done. With that going, let's actually add to our... let's... Ohm's Law. Let's get our research speed up a little bit. Almost there. Booyah. Well-equipped army. What that does is adds a shit ton more. It didn't really add too much. Yeah, see? Alright, cathedral schools. Our children and some adults need education. It's not right that only a few denizens truly understand the wealth of knowledge hidden in the vast libraries St. Nicholas found when he arrived. A few schools, sponsored by the cathedral, can only improve the livelihood of our people. Do they still put the amount of money in the donation? Probably won't have to do all those because I'm going to get some free outposts. Awesome. Wow, that is crazy. That's nuts. So that would be 30 days plus, there'll be 90 days to get that. And then you move on to that. Might be very useful. So pest patrols. There was once a time when men hired to venture into the sewers and deal with rats. We must do the same. Sadly, the pests are larger than the ones our ancestors used to deal with. But perhaps the novices of hospitalers will be suitable in dealing with the vermin. Let's start working on our hospitalers. Or which one's better? Oh, they're the same. I'd like them to be the same, so let's get rid of these guys. We're banging them out. And then when we go down the path, we're going to choose war factories first and then civilian factories. So hospitaler patrols. Our streets are safe, but our wealth invites scoundrels. Having our knights patrol the streets will help ward off all but the bravest pickpocket. Gets 5+ war support. We're almost done there. Want to do this? Yeah, probably resistors so we could get higher research. We're at 8%. Yeah, let's get some people helping us. So, actually not that. We want person in the community, so we get plus 10% or 10 political power. Oh, do they need support equipment? Is that what's up with that? Oh, they do. Shit. We'll get there. St. Nicholas Cathedral. The cathedral is finished. The faithful have come together for its grand opening and have unanimously agreed that it should be named in honor of St. Nicholas. So finished walls become St. Petersburg Cathedral. So we get plus 0.15 political power, plus 100 manpower, plus 15% monthly population, 20% stability, war support, construction speed, research, all that. And right now we're at 100 for cathedral schools. That is insane. Is that why they had that's why they had 70,000 manpower when I fought them. Yeah, I need to get another military factory pumping out support equipment. So St. Petersburg is our arm. Okay, so expand in St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is our home, a home we're steadily outgrowing, but we will not abandon it, most especially since a decent chunk of the land is overrun with ruin and mutant hovel. We'll send men to clear it out, and perhaps we could begin working on truly making the city greater than it's ever been. That's where Restore a Ruined City is pretty good. But we need to get bricks and brick housing. What is that going to do? That just adds 5 building slots. So 5 there. They're working on those forts. Let's see what we got. Multi-population. Head physician. You probably need one in a place that's growing so fast. They're at 23,000 in this beat up city. Uh-oh. It's probably good that I'm setting up my defenses right here. So 2 arms outposts. Hiring more smiths. Though it is a matter of war more than industry. War is a good business, especially when humanity seems to be at war with everything that took a mite dose of radiation. Can't send volunteers. How is our... We're up to 10% now. We should have more, really. Okay, let's work on getting basic weaponry. Instead of pipe guns facing freaking power armor. Six outposts. 3 workshops. To help speed along our construction work, we'll found a few guilds, I think that's supposed to be guilds, devoted to construction, which will even have the side effect of getting some bums off the street. Okay, we need more equipment. And probably more power armor. What do we want next? Warmonger on a speaker. Nah, probably not right now. We're gonna need industrial concern soon. President John Nelson's got his work cut out for him. Constructing great walls. Whether anyone acknowledges it or not, the world outside St. Petersburg is a terrifying one. It'll take time, but a wall will help ensure that our people are better defended. Every one of these communities has a wall around them. Megaton, Diamond City. Shady Sands doesn't need a wall, because it's a nation state now. But they had a wall before. Punishing a criminal. Take their money. Oh, I've already used up all my possible areas. Yeah, we get these done. We could get St. Petersburg reborn. So, experienced wasteland doctors. Though the hospitals are meant to be doctors as well as warriors, having some doctors meant to care for the people and not fight and possibly die will only increase the chance of our people to survive to maturity. Wasteland doctors.
Sir?
There we go. Let's make sure we get Pain Train going. And then Savage Leader. Probably fight the power. Yeah, they lost. They lost real bad. Captain of Industry.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, let's all get ready just in case they decide to try something. Oh, we actually got free outposts to every single block. So we're just finishing the bunkers. We'll do, what do you call it? Anti-air for afterwards. No men to spare. Okay, last one before we get the final part. Experienced fishermen. St. Petersburg is an excellent spot. Excellent. Every day, hundreds, if not even thousands of men go out to fish, bringing back quite the haul. But we need more going out to fish. We are a growing people after all. So we get plus 15 population. We got quite a bit, actually. Holy shit. Hey, we finally got that done. Do you want to get the next one, or do you want to work on something else? Probably get the next one, because we're going to need it. Petrochico has fallen. Alright, St. Petersburg has been reborn. St. Petersburg is flourishing. The water is purified. We've discovered caches of rare materials, and the chances of people living into maturity is higher than ever. Truly, we are a beacon of what cities of the wasteland should aspire to. Indeed. Brick house. These bastards. St. Petersburg reborn. There's much hope for the future thanks to all the work that has been done to the burgeoning city. True, it was once a great metropolis, but with the aid of our common folk, it resembles the great city we see in newspapers. Within time, it may even be greater than it. For the moment, it's a shining beacon for the Florida wastes. We're not done building yet. We get 8 more spots. Purifying the water. Our fishermen, with the backing of the hospitallers, found and secured an old water purifying plant. It was under the control of a large band of Mirelurks, but the anti-tank rifles, harpoons, and grit, they managed to clear out the facility. With the best St. Petersburg has to offer, we managed to get the plant working again at no cost to us due to something called hydraulicals, or something of that matter. The words are blurred, but we have cleaner water to drink, and it isn't that great. We didn't even have clear water before. We didn't have clear water. Oh yeah, we didn't have clean water before. So we get 15 plus water, which is great. All right, that's done. One of those is done. So Hail's time. This is actually pretty short. Maybe after this we get something new, but this is probably gonna take the longest. The Hospitallers were great knights who used their skill not to pillage and to take what they desired, but to protect humanity. They were doctors that only fought when they needed a rose. It's not something to envy. Is that not something to envy? It was not a statement, it was a question. Power armor, trickleback. Okay, let's figure out the next one we want. Probably resource gain efficiency. Should probably start getting these guys up here too. We're gonna be power armor heavy. Power armor heavy. See if we can't bleed these guys. Oh no. Well, they're gonna come for me eventually. So where do we want to go with this? Where can we go with this? Oh, we have books, so we have all the knowledge we'll ever freaking need. Just so we don't have robotics, creatures, or mostly vehicles, but we have everything else. Aircraft we even have. So, do we want to go laser weapons? When we'll go... Probably laser weapons. Probably be best. Bide our time, and then break out. A clear battle doctrine. We do not kill innocents. We do not burn down those homes of our enemies. We come not as conquerors, but liberators and saviors. We are the Hospitallers of St. Petersburg. Ooh, they're pushing back. Who are these guys? The DeSoto family. They have more men, though. That's really iffy.
Hey there.
Next one. Finding skilled smiths. The hospitalers deserve the greatest smiths that money can find. Our soldiers fight not for greed, but for the chance that we may live instead of simply surviving. Humanity was meant for something much more, or simply surviving. The ruins of the old world prove that. I'm definitely going to do chapters for this one, so you can see the different developments. Ooh, I wonder how bad that fight's going. Not the best, it would appear. Training men. Training men to fight and heal is a frightening thing. Most aren't sure if they could truly capable of such a task, but St. Nicholas knows that the people of St. Petersburg are capable of that and more. Here, just work on that for now. Venice. The Baha'i Mafia. Oh my. Oh, we don't get to go very far on these. That kind of sucks. Okay, I see why they never went anywhere during that. Oh, I never read it. Sorry. The knights are ready. They've trained. They've prepared for months. It's time for them to take to the field and show Tampa Bay that it's not all bleak. So, dividing the mutant focus. The Soda family are despicable. If anyone but Veto had overthrown them, then St. Nicholas would see fit to interfere. But history is not written on ifs. We will send an offer to the head of the Soda family. They give us Venice, and we will fight along them when Veto attacks. If they are already under attack, then perhaps we can annex Venice amidst the chaos. So we're going to be joining this fight. They just have to hold out. Which I don't think is very long for them. There's 4 grids between them and Cape Coral. Shit. See that big problem right there? I have to bring one of them back afterwards. Alright. They will pick a fight with me eventually, probably. That's something they should maybe fix. But defenders, not soldiers. We fight to defend the flock from the horrors of the wasteland, not to subjugate the wasteland and its people. Other armies may consist of soldiers, but the warriors of St. Petersburg know there are shields which protect their families. So, hospital battle doctrine to hospital guardians, not subjugators.
Hello, sir.
Damn. All those numbers. We're getting up there. How many power armor do we have? Can we turn 2 of these guys into new units? If we can. Then we'll do it again. And again.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
65, I guess. Local town festival. Take that. Stronger armor. Our warriors fight with the knowledge that their actions will protect our people. But should we not do our utmost to ensure that they are also well protected? So it adds a production cost, but we get a little better everything. Okay. Division defense, because we're going to be on the defense. And then division defense on core territory, probably. And then town defender, when we get enough for that.
Hey.
It's nice that we always have enough power armor. Feels like Van Buren is not doing shit. Well, I didn't do shit till quite a bit. We're not supposed to conquer, but we're conquering. The battlefield is a horrible place. Our medics cannot be expected to be everywhere. We will train our knights to be skilled in the medical arts, so that their brothers and sisters in arms need not fear dying once the battle is done. Town defender. We should probably start pushing these guys soon. We are fully set up for a siege. I'm certain we could hold. We'll add more infantry groups to help out with that. So first things first, get scavenged power armor, get training, and refined warfare. Justify, yes. Stanton military, really? Well, shit. Quality, not quantity. St. Petersburg children will not throw away their lives in the pursuit of killing their enemies. No. One soldier's fight under the Holy Cross is worth dozens of wastelanders, and their training will reflect that. Theo, why are you initiating combat when you're supposed to be? We're not subjugators. Well, I want to continue with my focus tree items, and to do that, I need to recreate the Veto family or the DeSoto family. So that's what I'm gonna frickin' do. You mean you should have fought them before? Yes. I made a mistake. Shit happens.
2,000 years later.
Fight. They have 143. I think I can take out some of their aircraft. But just in case. Let's keep working on that. Yeah, you little bastards. I got one. And they can't fight anyone else. They can only fight me. The fact that they're finally doing it. Okay, but I'm fully hardened. My city is strong. Your 20 divisions against my 70 width. I lost 11, you lost 14. Shit. But I got a lot more. We'll do better. $17.40. See, they're losing what? They're losing men slowly. Day of Judgment.
Had enough?
2,000 years later.
Are they fighting anyone also? Yeah, they are fighting. Oh, good. Good.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Incoming! This is hopeless!
That is bullshit. You guys let St. Petersburg fall, you dumbasses. Load.
What's up? Engaging! Hey there. Sir.
Push it towards Tampa. We got Tampa.
Hello, sir. Hey there. Sir. Hey. Hello, sir. Sir? 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 Hey there. Hey there. Hello, sir. Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. What's up? Sir? Sir?
Oh, they did amphibious assault. Wow. Never thought I'd see that.
Hey. Hey there.
Should be over with. Alright, first things first. Liberate the DeSoto family. Maybe the Veto family. No, never mind. Don't liberate them. And then the rest of it go to me. Oh, did I? Okay, I'm taking Tallahassee too. Jacksonville, I can't take. Now get the hell out of here. Okay, now we could do this part. Dividing the mutants' focus. The Soda family are despicable. If anyone but Veto had overthrown them, then St. Nicholas would not be see fit to interfere. But history is not written on ifs. We will send an offer to the head of the DeSoto family. They will give us Venice, and we will fight alongside them when Veto attacks. If they are already under attack, then perhaps we can annex Venice amidst the chaos. We don't have nearly enough weapons. Actually, just buy some. Maybe Van Buren won't come after me. Maybe. All right. The DeSoto family refuses. We will need to prepare to fight Veto without dividing his focus. If only prepare to fight him alone before, no matter, we will still have time. Now, this is if Veto family was still around. They're not. I'm in charge of where their area is. So I'm going through this because the very last focus tree item I want is left when you have this part completed. It would appear I'll need money to finish this. Need 350,000. Jesus. Just keep producing arms. In fact, disband those guys. How many they have? They have 0, so they might be stuck in a quagmire with these guys, so they won't attack me. We are Crusaders, but we're not crusading. Now we just need a bunch more money. Van Buren's might be able to be taken because they're stuck fighting these guys. The drain catchers. There we go. We got enough now. Preparing for war. Though we do not care for the Brotherhood of the North, perhaps we could purchase some weapons. If we had time to focus on mutants instead of reaching out to Venice, we wouldn't need to, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, that is ridiculous because I just fought them, took them over. So, whatever. Also, Brotherhood of Steel wouldn't sell you weapons. The very fact that you have libraries of knowledge is an affront to their order. Tale as old as time. Then David ran to Goliath and stood over his lifeless body. He pulled the man's sword from his scabbard and finished him by cutting off his head. When the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they knew they would be next, so they ran away. Samuel 17:51. Victory. They don't exist, so... Victory! We have triumphed over the Nephilim. Horde. Beetle lies dead, slain by an up-and-coming hospitaler. Armies beat back hordes of supermutants, and now we look towards the future. We have triumphed over the Horde. Where others would bulk, we face him with steadfast vigor, and now, my friends, brothers and sisters, we will act beacons in Florida. Well, of what humanity can be if they come together. St. Nicholas roared to his triumphant soldiers. Where other leaders would see today as the beginning of a new empire, he would ensure the hospitals never strayed from the light into the darkness like all other factions of the waste. For they were hospitalers. Whatever. I'm taking the rest of Florida. Friends to humanity. The denizens of St. Petersburg are friends to humanity, and how could they not be? Be they ghoul, psychic, or plain old human, all children of the Lord are welcome here. Alright, we'll see what this last one does. St. Petersburg Hospitalers. My friends, we have rebuilt St. Petersburg. We have built a towering monument to the Father above and devoted to helping those in need, and banished the Nephilim from whence they came. St. Nicholas began towering over the thousands gathered, pride in his voice as he spoke. We've not only made St. Petersburg great, but we have made Tampa Bay safe. We have changed Florida, and for the better, he roared as the cheers of the crowd. Raising a hand, he allowed a smile to grace his features. We are the children of the Lord, and I know that the smiles down on us on our deeds. For the peace we have brought, and for the peace we will continue to keep. For we are the St. Petersburg Hospitalers. We're known as St. Petersburg Hospitalers. Okay. No more focus tree. Hey, this is where I'm going to cut if I just do decide just to end it right here. But without that, I'll cut right here if I don't use this part. Well, that's pretty much it for St. Petersburg Hospitals. We have succeeded in our mission. We didn't really fight the supermutants. We fought the Brotherhood. But thank you so much for watching for this quick one. Very quick. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ta.